This is going to be a short video. I'm going to show you how capable artificial intelligence is at the current moment. And I have created few simple problems in JavaScript to show its capabilities. So the first problem is the night problem. So you have a chessboard, and you have to visit all the cells on this board without being twice in any cell. So let's start visualization. It thinks for a while, and then you see it start to covering all the cells on this board, and the number in the cell shows the step at which this cell was taken. So this problem was solved with DeepSeek, also solved with the Mistral. Mistral case, you have the instant visiting of all the cells. So you can solve this problem pretty straightforward if you formulate the problem properly, and then maybe you will need to add few additions. Say you would like to add the initial position of the knight, or you might need to add delay between the steps. And this problem is fun because I remember I got this problem in my first year of computer sciences, and anyone who can solve this problem is going to get the highest mark right away, and you are free of visiting classes. So I spent 2 weeks thinking about this problem. Now, of course, it seems to be simple because we all know about the graph algorithms. So you can use, for instance, for this case, depth first seek algorithm, DFS, to solve it. It's not complex, but when you do it at the first time and you without the knowledge about all of this, you have to invent all the things that you need to solve this particular problem. So okay, so I'm going to give a highest mark to artificial intelligence for his results. Pretty impressive. The next problem is to visualize different sorting algorithms. So this is the interface to this problem created by DeepSeek, and you can choose the algorithm you wish. Let's say you're going to choose the bubble sort, and we can generate initial elements. So the elements are represented with the bar graph. So the higher the elements, the higher is the bar. And then you can start the sorting. And you see at this moment I have added the sliding bar to delay operations for this moment 20 milliseconds, but I can make it even smaller, 10 milliseconds. So you can notice that the operations are happening faster. But you also can go to the slowest possible position. So at this moment you can see what is actually happening at each step. So you can see that it compares to elements, and then it's rearrange those elements, moving the higher value elements in front of the lower value elements. So it looks as if you have bubbles which are actually moving up to the surface. So this is the bubble sort. And let's go very fast to finish it. And once this is done, we can try something else. So this is the bubble sort. Let's choose a different one. So I have added those algorithms just out of my head. Probably you can add some more if you remember. So let's say we use shell sort, and let's see how fast this one is. Generate an array and start sorting. And it's different from the bubble, so you can see it right away, let's say. And if you look at the performance, it's definitely way better than the bubble sort. Heap sort maybe. So you can try all those different algorithms and see how they work and how they perform, and you can study them and so on. So it's very useful to study those algorithms, to learn how to code the problem, and also to actually visualize and see the outcomes. But this problem cannot be created right away. You have to take few iterative steps. So I have started from bubble sort visualization. So you just pick one algorithm. Let's say you ask it to visualize bubble sort, and it's free to choose any representation. So this moment is just elements, and you see that those elements are changing a bit. Yeah, it's sorting is happening, but it's very difficult to see what it's actually doing. So you have to do a few other iterations to end up something like this, so that you can be in control and you can see actually what it's doing. So it's definitely worth your time spending on this subject, so that you're going to have this beautiful tool to play. I have also asked Mistral to do the same. Bubble sort, let's say use bubble sort. Mistral has a bit more issues. It's not as good as DeepSeek for those types of problems, but also has some strong sides. So if you have few artificial intelligence, you can just run the same problem in different artificial intelligence. They give to different artificial intelligence to solve the same problem, and then you'll get a feeling actually which is good and what is the best solution for this particular problem. So it's going to run for a while, and again, if I were to give a mark for the problem solution, I'm going to give the highest possible mark. It's perfect. It's better than I was expected, and I have solved this maybe in half an hour, this problem, but if I were to solve it myself, I would probably spend one day, maybe one more. So, and I would probably not get as good result as this thing actually has. So it's a good good replacement for myself. The last problem is the periodic table of elements. So this was a creation of Grok. It was the best creation. So you have this table, and you can point any elements, and then you can see actually the structure. You can see atomic number, atomic mass, and the best thing, you can see the electronic configuration. So you can see those shells, and those shells also represented with this beautiful graph. So of course it's not the actual position of electrons, but actually you have the right number on the right shell. So it's pretty impressive. I cannot say much about this, except that it looks good, and I came to this table again through few iterations. The first was this iteration, so it's proposed me to use this thing, but you have to add some more features to it, and you actually have to have a conversation with it and just to direct it in the right way. Except Grok, I also tried DeepSeek. So this is the final version of DeepSeek. So it looks a bit crazy. Electrons are all over the place, not correct representation, but the actual data is fine. So you also have the shells and the number of electrons in those shells and so on. Of course, the periods are all over the place, alkaline metals, or whatever. It was a big challenge. I had a long discussion and trying to convince it to do it the right way, but I think it's good enough. So I will give DeepSeek for this maybe not the highest mark, but a bit less than highest. And this is the Mistral results. Also periodic table, but was a bit challenging with Mistral for this particular case. But Grok, yes, Grok is good. I would recommend use Grok for creating periodic tables of chemical elements. Okay, I think that's it. So now you see that we are not the only intelligent life on this planet. So embrace yourself, winter is coming.